We are now, of course, reviewing the Monza Practice 2 session. So, what happened in that session, Aries?
Yes, just to review the session and as well as the day as a whole. Yeah, been an interesting day. Very exciting to see that the Ferraris are very, very fast out there. Possibly even up on the Red Bulls right now, who at the end of this session sit 3rd and 5th. Max Verstappen being down in 5th place. But also, certainly a talking point is those McLarens, with Lando Norris up in 2nd and Piastri ahead of Verstappen in 4th. And
the interesting thing is, I think the McLaren's race pace was quicker than the Ferraris, so McLaren's could be very much on track to go and get some podium positions this weekend. Could we see Piastri finally on the podium? We'll have to wait and see for Sunday and, of course, for tomorrow's qualifying. But good to see the McLarens did actually manage to find their pace this weekend. We saw they had pace last weekend, but a terrible race strategy, and otherwise the race just did not pan out very well for them. And let's see if they can change that this weekend. Though the Ferrari fans must be very happy at home with Carlos Sainz finishing up with the fastest time of the day, a 1:21.355.
Yes, certainly the Tifosi can celebrate a little bit tonight, and we'll be looking towards tomorrow's qualifying session. Will they be able to get a Ferrari on pole position at their home race in Monza? They'll certainly be asking those questions very, very shortly tomorrow evening. But it's been quite exciting here. I think as well, a big talking point is that Williams of Alex Albon once again being able to drag it up into 7th position. Once again, a great pace there put in by Alex Albon. Fernando Alonso in 8th place and Russell in 9th, though. Not the greatest day for Mercedes.
Yeah, we talk about Mercedes. Hamilton's still not happy with his car at all. Still had to do race simulations. Didn't do a single qualifying simulation today. Just trying to get his car sorted for race pace and still not very happy with it. So, of course, he finished that session all the way down into 17th. So let's just go through your bottom 10. So Stroll caused the first red flag of the day. His car just shut off. Powered off completely in the first 5 minutes, so we had an early red flag there, almost no time put on the board, and he was unable to get back out. So Stroll in 20th, Zhou 19, Lawson 18, Hamilton 17, Sargent in 16th, Ocon 15, Tsunoda 14, Gasly 13th, Bottas 12th, Magnussen 11th.
Yes, moving our way through the rest of the grid there. Down to 20th mark.
Down to 10th.
Oh, sorry, down to 10th.
So from 10th up to 1st. I went from 20th to 11th. So
sorry,
we go from 10th.
Concentrating.
Yes.
Yes. From 10th then is Nico Hülkenberg, George Russell, as we spoke about, in 9th, Alonso 8th, Albon 7th, Leclerc in 6th. Not the greatest day for him. He's quite a bit off of his teammate Sainz up in 1st. Verstappen 5th, Oscar Piastri 4th, Sergio Perez in 3rd, Norris 2nd, and of course, as we spoke about, Carlos Sainz having a great day in the Ferrari car in front of the home crowd, the Tifosi. We will be having a very, very big celebration this evening as Carlos Sainz is in 1st.
Yes, well, Carlos Sainz just in practice is the quickest car, but we need to see what happens in qualifying tomorrow. As we said, could we see a Ferrari on pole position for Sunday? More importantly, could we see a Ferrari on the podium? That's what I want to see. And let's note about another big incident in that session there. Perez, right near the end, just about 8 minutes left of the session, went very wide in the parabolica section and caught the gravel and spun his car and hit the back of his rear wing into the wall, causing the 2nd red flag of the session. Quite a little bit of damage to his rear wing, though luckily not to the rest of the car. Lots of gravel in that car that they're going to have to pick out. Luckily, they managed to get that car away because it's so close to the recovery vehicle. And Red Bull, are they a little bit concerned for qualifying tomorrow? But I'm sure they'll be fine in the race on Sunday.
I think they should be fine in qualifying tomorrow. They'll make a few setup changes to maybe allow them to get a little bit faster down the main straights. I think that's maybe where they're losing a little bit of time. But I think for the race on Sunday, they are looking the most favourable because, of course, they have compromised their setup in terms of that top speed to be able to be comfortable throughout the rest of the race setup.
So are we a little bit concerned? Just lastly, I want to talk about Stroll, of course, who had that system failure. Now, Dragovic took his spot for practice 1, and then Stroll came at practice 2. That was going to be his first practice for the weekend. He was unable to get it because, of course, the car just shut down. Are we going to be concerned about Stroll if he doesn't manage to get some proper simulations done in practice 3 tomorrow? Because he's not got a lot of practice compared to the rest of the drivers now.
Do we really care?
Well, I keep for Aston Martin. That's
yes,
the problem. I'm not too phased with Lance Stroll not doing well, but I'm phased about Aston Martin not doing well. I want to see Aston Martin try and challenge for that 2nd place position in the constructors, which they can very much do.
I think what's important for Aston Martin is they need to get both of those drivers close to each other now, and they need to get Lance Stroll improving on his places. We can't have him finishing in the bottom 10, which he has been doing. He has a car which has a lot of pace in it, and he should be able to get the majority of that pace out of the car. And yeah, I think maybe Aston Martin just needs to get him in that simulator a little bit more in between race weekends and allow him maybe to understand that car a little bit better than Fernando Alonso and get him a little bit closer to where Fernando Alonso is, because we want to see them challenging for Constructors' Championships in the future.
Exactly that. So it's building towards a very exciting qualifying, as it always does be, as it always is. In this 2023 season, we have seen qualifying being very exciting. Lots of different cars getting right near the top there. Max Verstappen generally taking that pole position, but always only just. It's not very easy. So it all builds towards tomorrow's sessions, which you can catch here live on Forever Motorsports with myself and, of course, Reese. So thank you guys so much for watching today's stream and otherwise this review here. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep those subscriber counts coming in. And thank you again to our channel sponsors as well, Boyle Sports, Bitdefender, ExpressVPN, and the likes. Go and bet with Boyle Sports. Great betting company there. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us, guys. You've been watching Forever Motorsports. Bye-bye.